Today, we need to ignore everyone who doubts us. Everyone who lies about believing in our vision. We need to reset. We live in a culture filled with distractions, anxiety, and noise. And sometimes, the only way for things to change is to disappear. Wake up at the crack of dawn and work. Focus on the reason behind all those tears you've shed. While you wanted the world to say yes, everyone kept saying no. You need to forget those who doubt you. Can you distance yourself from people's opinions, from their agendas, from their views and perspectives about life? Can you? Forget the skeptics who say you don't have what it takes to be the best. Let them go. You need to reset. What would happen if you blocked out everything that distracts you? What if you shut out the entire world for a while and focused on yourself? You need to disappear, get to work, and come back to shock everyone who doubted you. You must understand the power of being alone. Return to the darkness where all perfection is created, where all motivation is born. Go back to the beginning, because only then can you hear the voices of greatness. We celebrate athletes, thinkers, inventors, and actors. We shower them with confidence and see them as our heroes. We follow them and love what they do in the public eye. But we don't know the story behind all that glory. We don't know the blood they shed, the sweat they poured, the tears they cried, the prayers they made, the countless sleepless nights they endured to get where they are now. I wonder, is there anyone willing to go through that process in a dark room, preparing us for destiny's stages? Rise up. Ignore everyone. You need to go back to that child the world said could never have it. That child who wanted to dream, who wanted to chase everything. Yes, you need to reset. We're surrounded by noise, social media, Instagram, things that add nothing to our lives. The reason you feel this way is because you're surrounded by negativity, by people who pretend to be your friends. But they're actually just energy vampires who couldn't achieve their own dreams and want to impose theirs on you. Because they got stuck on all the obstacles they tried to overcome. Go back into that hole. Return to the darkness. Some of the most magnificent and transformational portraits and pictures we've seen were taught in the dark. I'm calling to that athlete, that manager, that nurse, that doctor, that student, that communicator, that pioneer, that inventor, that entrepreneur, that preacher, to that person who refuses to stay where they are. I'm calling to the person who doesn't mind staying in the unknown, because when you emerge from that dark room, all eyes will be on you. Rise up from that ghost state. Why are you here? There's a problem. What will you do when no one's watching? What will you do when no one's listening? That's precisely when it's time to bring something to the world it has never witnessed before. One of the greatest challenges of disappearing is understanding the mystery that darkness creates when building. Change is the secret. Focus all your energy, especially behind closed doors. When no one's looking. When there's no one to validate or confirm you. When no one agrees with you, build in the darkness. When you're done, announce it to everyone. Let me tell you this, you're going to fight as much as you can fight. When you can't fight anymore, you'll surrender for a while and bleed. Then you'll get up and fight a little more. Sometimes you'll need to retreat to that dark room and focus on yourself. There are many people in your life who have left you. Many people in your life who don't take you seriously. There are people in your life who whisper in your ear that you'll be worse off without them. Prove them wrong. There are many people in your life who claim to be your friends, and to be honest, they're waiting to see you fail. Yes, you also have friends who support you and tell you how perfect you are. But when they leave your side, they say to themselves, I can do that better than them. Disappear and do the necessary work. Sometimes you need to take a break from everything. Disappear, come back, and shock the entire world. You're surrounded by people who present themselves as your friends. They're the ones who couldn't achieve their dreams. Are you worth my time? If not, it's time to cut the connection. This is a process where you need to reset and ignore everyone. The darkness is not your enemy, it's your training ground. The silence is not empty, it's full of potential. The solitude is not loneliness, it's focus. When the world counts you out, that's when you count the most. So, disappear. Build in the shadows, create in the quiet, transform in the darkness. And when you return, let your success be so loud that your doubters can't ignore it. This is your time. This is your moment. The world is waiting for what only you can bring. Now go. Disappear to transform, and come back unstoppable.